Hey everybody, welcome to another video of vintage TV and radio stuff, and today I'm venturing out a little bit into the world of reel-to-reel tape recording. And I've done a few of these before, but this is something I found actually today at a vintage shop in town. It's a Juliette 4-transistor reel-to-reel tape recorder produced back in the early to mid-60s. Juliette Company was a company that produced a number of different products back in the 60s and 70s. On the lower end of the dollar scale, they were pretty affordable products. And I'm just showing you a few of them right now, courtesy of Google, that were made back in those days. This is an entirely battery-operated unit, and I'll show you how it works and what sort of batteries you need for it in just a bit. But let's take a look at the front first of all. You have a play and record mode switch. Then you have your stop, your forward, and your rewind. There's no fast forward, just forward and rewind. Minimum and maximum volume control. There's the microphone jack and an earphone jack. Besides that, there's really nothing else on the outside of the machine. It's all just nothing. There's no identifying model numbers or anything except the Japan reference on the lower right part there, if you can see that. This top does come off. It has kind of a hinged edge here. If you can see, the handle will keep it closed until you flip these back, and then it pops open. This is a 3-inch reel recorder. The reel of tape came with it, thank goodness, because I don't have any 3-inch reels of tape. 5 is all I've got, basically. If you can see in the back here, maybe not so well, but I'm going to flip it up after I take the cover off, which comes off like that. It's kind of cool. It takes a transistor battery, because it does have 4 transistors, and 2 C cells. And that's basically all you need. And of course I've got the ever popular Dollar Tree batteries in here because I go with the best. So, and then there's the slow and fast speed control. Now you would think that would go, you know, like maybe 1.5 inches or so inches per second, and then 7, I don't know. From what I've seen, from what I've tried here, it just sort of variably changes the speed. Most like a pitch control type of thing. So I'm going to turn it on, put it on play here, or forward, and see what we got here. Before I continue, I want to mention that I fiddled with this for quite a while off camera. And for a while it wasn't working at all. I tried turning the volume up and all I got was a big squeal, which is probably because of the capacitor situation. But after messing around with this switch, the play switch, which is very sensitive because it's very old, I managed to get this thing to actually play back something. I tried recording something using a couple of different microphones. The old Panasonic VM2298. You can see that, and a Super Scope microphone, but it did not work. I could find the gaps where I was recording, but I couldn't hear anything, so I'm not sure. Maybe this is something that needs a little cleaning. The thing probably needs a whole bunch of cleaning as far as the switches and plugs and everything, but I did manage to get it to play back. And if you listen carefully, you'll hear some stuff going on here pretty soon, I think. That's where I recorded something over the top that didn't work. Now what you just heard here, I think, was the theme song from a show called Ringo that appeared back in 1967. And it starred Tim Conway and a number of other folks. I don't think it lasted very long, but my guess is that whoever owned this recorded that off the TV back in 1967. And I don't know, I'm going to play it a little longer here. Needless to say, it's a little pitchy, but yeah, I've been trying to use this a little bit to control the pitch. That was me trying to record something, I think, earlier. And if you listen to it carefully enough, it does kind of sound like Tim Conway a little bit from maybe back in the 60s. So that's what this person was recording, apparently. Obviously, there's a little speaker right here. I forgot to mention that. And you can also listen on the earphone, as I mentioned earlier, too. But I can see a grade school kid getting this for Christmas or something and going nuts. I know I would. If, I got something like this for my birthday, or if I saved enough money up and got it myself. And once again, it's a Juliette reel-to-reel tape recorder. And if you look here, this is a nice solid piece of metal here. And it was relatively high quality. I took the screws off earlier and looked underneath, and there really isn't much to it. It's fairly simple. And runs completely on batteries. There's no way of plugging it in, so it's incredibly portable. You can probably put some padding down on the transistor battery and put the cover back on like this. If it'll work for me here. There you go. And then close this little lid like that. You can maybe even play it with the cover closed and walk around with it, or maybe not. Anyway, that's the Juliette 4-transistor reel-to-reel tape recorder. And if you have any comments, leave them below. Like the channel, of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll come back with more vintage TV and radio and reel-to-reel stuff down the road. Thanks for watching.